There we are again.
Good morning.
We
If it's
had a-
morning where you live.
We had a break for 2 weeks.
Yes, a lot going on.
Yeah, we had an exhibition going on, and we couldn't pull ourselves together to do an
An
show.
art chat.
And then last week we went to Mexico City,
Mexico.
and it was like
We did none of that, but
way too preoccupied with other things to
Yes.
do any work.
there was a lot going on.
But anyway, here we are again. It's June 14.
14th.
I almost forgot what day it is today.
Wow, in sunny, hot Houston, Texas.
And yeah, I know that people are watching us from all over the world, including Austria.
Yay!
And I know our friend
Frank and Tommy having a
Frank
good time.
is looking for models in Vienna. I'm just saying, there's nothing like a Romanian.
I know.
I can do any
You're in
fashion
Vienna,
show.
so close to Romania.
I can do any fashion show, but I'm just saying. Anyway, you want to do some housekeeping?
Yeah, just welcome everybody. We are broadcasting live via Zoom. You're watching us from Facebook. Please be aware that there is a bit of a delay between what we say and what shows up in the chat, but we are trying to keep tabs on it. And everything you see today is for sale. The whole reason for us to do these art chats is for Bogdan and I to talk about the work that we're doing, what we have available, and where we are going with our art careers. So we thank you for joining us. But again, everything you see today is for sale.
And if you want a big man, he is for sale. I can sell it. You have to
By the pound.
Good business plan.
Absolutely. Just carve off a little, because you can't take all of me at once.
Oh my God. I'm just like Yellow Jackets here. Remember that movie? Anyway, guys,
Having too much fun.
Let's switch, but we have time.
We haven't heard the music.
We haven't heard the music. What are you talking about?
I can't start till I hear the music.
Guys, I've been out 2 weeks and I don't remember anything.
Now the world is perfect.
Happy.
Now
Finally, I make him happy once in a lifetime. But we did the housekeeping, which was a little faster than usual. Are you playing with us? Because everybody says, you say the same thing all over again.
Talk slower.
But let's switch to the presentation and see what did we prepare for you guys today. And I know that at the very beginning, unlike other times, I grouped the pieces together, 2 of yours and 2 of mine, because it makes sense at this time.
Oh, so they have to wait until
it's like
all that time before they can see me?
Oh God.
Oh my God. Save the best for last.
Yes, it's like one of those great telenovelas with where the action happens on the second part of the
cliffhanger
show. But anyway, guys, I advertised this recently on social media. I kind of have some summer prices going on. So these are, it's like a pair, but it doesn't need to be purchased as a pair because I don't have rules like that. And what actually this is, beside the fact that many people will say, oh, a first grade can do this, it's a Indian blue ink. And there is some acrylic, the white pearl acrylic going on. And, you know, I was just playing organically and you know, exploring where, you know, playing with ink goes. And I kind of stopped right there because I found it very interesting, and I found it, you know, it's an abstract and it's beautiful. You know, it's very simple, and the way I frame it makes sense. You know, it's not a big piece; it's a small piece. I believe it's
12 by 12,
14 by 14,
14 by 14,
but it's framed in a 20 by 16 frame, just to give you some room, leave your eyes to wander around more. And I think I make some mock-ups here, and I really think it's really, really nice. It's modern, it's contemporary, it's whatever you want to be. And then this is called Sputter Azure.
I love these. I mean, they have so much passion, so much movement, energy. They did you do this as part of the Inktober, or did you just do this on?
No,
Was it part of Inktober?
I just
because I know we were exploring.
I just wanted to. I bought at some point some ink, and I wanted to play with it, but not. I don't want to. I don't want to paint anything figurative that you can any.
Yeah, it's very gestural.
Landscape or create a sky. There's like, very free hand, if you want, sort of splash.
Expressive, yeah. I think it's lovely. I know that it has gotten a lot of attention here at the studio. I see a lot of people stop. I think it's hilarious to me that if this were on your carpet, you'd say, "Oh man, I have to get a new carpet." But if it's on your wall, I mean, it is a beautiful piece of art. It is. I love the colors, the kind of gradations of blue going from the dark indigo to the lighter blues. And is that pearlescent paint? So it has a bit of reflectivity, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has a little pearl-like finish. Just because I thought, to add something else. Because it was too blue, there was nothing going on. So I was like, what if I put these pearls around? It tells
more of a story.
Yeah, it can be anything. Yeah.
I think it's magnificent, and I think it's a good size.
This is the beauty with abstract work. It can be interpreted the way you want it. For me, it was very important to explore the shades of blue and these organic movements and see where it goes. It's part of an exploration, and this is what we do all the time: explore with various materials and various paints.
Right. You learn your craft,
Right. And then I thought it was good to be framed, and here we are, And these are two of them. One is called Sputter Azure, and the other one is called Splat in Blue. They are exactly the same size. They are framed nicely.
Yeah, they go well together.
20 by 16, and there's a kind of a mock-ups I put together yesterday for you guys. And so the summer price is $250.
And they're originals. They're not prints.
These are originals. I generally sell
almost everything we do
is original. Yeah. If I get a little more famous, maybe then I can play with some reproductions. But look how cute they are, together.
I think, they really speak well to a minimalist kind of environment. They don't overpower, but they're interesting. They're engaging.
And it can be, either
they're happy
in a living room. It can be in a bedroom. It can be in an office. I play with it all along and see where would this look good. I'm sorry, this is a mistake there. But yeah, Sputter in Blue and Sputter Azure, and they are available on my website, guys. You can also find them recently in my recent posts on social media, and it'll take you there if you are if you want to explore them, if you want to think of collecting them.
Marvelous. Very, very nice.
So yeah,
very pleasant.
And again,
and nothing like, you don't do nothing like this before.
Yeah, because
it's really different from
and I do have other works like these, kind of the same size, because I said before, I do photography and I do all kinds of other things, but once in a while I want to explore something new, and a lot of them goes nowhere, but some of them go somewhere, which if I find them interesting and worth showing, then I will show them.
I hear people talk all the time that you should have one style, one recognizable style, so that everyone recognizes your work. I don't buy that.
Well,
who wants to be that static? I mean, I do believe that you have a style that comes through.
But I mean, this can be added to the acrylic and photography style I
Oh, yeah.
started. I mean, anything could, and I actually, because of this, I had some photograph that I painted in blue, because there was a decay going on and there was all kinds of shades of blue. But if I wouldn't have explored this, I wouldn't have known how to apply it on a other media. So there you go.
Very nice.
So we're kind of in the middle of the show, maybe. And we want to thank you guys for watching us from all over the world, from Houston, from wherever you are. And also we want to thank you for showing up to our exhibition Urban.
Yes, that was lovely.
Which happened, 2
God,
weeks
it seems
ago,
like so far
whatever.
away.
Yeah, we had a fantastic turnout, and we had a lot of pieces that sold on the show. I'm very pleased with it, and
it was a good night. I think it was fun for people. I think people, we had our collectors that we're used to seeing showed up, and they actually were purchasing things from the studio. So we sold things not just from the show, but it was a lovely evening where everybody kind of, we hadn't had an event like that in quite a while.
Yeah.
So it was very, very pleasant.
We'll have another one for you for a solo exhibition.
Mine's coming up in November.
But what I wanted to say, we still have few Urbana pieces available in the studio. So if you guys wander around the Silver Sea Studios and want to see us, please do stop by. We'll show you everything that is left. They're just beautiful pieces. Some of them are larger than others, and that was a criteria. People kind of fill up their walls these days with big pieces, and
you can always add on to your house. I've always said walls are cheap,
but the feedback and the party itself was
it was a lovely evening. The reception was beautifully catered by Isabel Legarreta, and we had lots of we had a lovely bartender from Blue Ribbon Services, and it was just a great evening. We did present all new work, so it was work that we have not done before. It was very, very fascinating, and I'm really, really pleased with the turnout.
Now, next event is this Saturday. It's the third Saturday of the month, which means Silver Sea Studios are open again for business and for general public visits. So our studio 314 is waiting for you with a lot of new stuff, and what else? Wine, and with a lot of cheering and a lot of
wine and cheering, guys. You can't miss that.
Because it's Pride Month, okay? So
it's Pride, okay.
We are celebrating with a fabulous exhibition here at Silver Sea Studio, this event, and that is called Salon Show. And everybody put everything that was most colorful in their studios.
Yeah, the salon shows are fabulous. We do them about once a year, and it's a concept where each artist gets a section of wall. This time, it's based on the number of artists. We got 12 feet each in the main corridor, and people can decorate it any way they like and change it as often as they choose.
And look, there's a lot of hearts going on, guys.
A lot of hearts. There's a lot of love going on here.
You have to see and pick up a hard work.
So we have 42 artists participating, and then the side and back hallways are also filled with tenant art, and that was curated by Alexander Squire, who is the program director here at Sawyer Yards. So it's a big show. It's a good show. It's very, very different from a lot of the things you've seen before, because people are able to kind of express themselves. And you would think that would be kind of a cacophony, just a giant mess, like a yard sale or a flea market, but it doesn't. These are artists. They do their spaces very, very well, and it's a very cohesive show. We love them. A lot of fun. It's up until July the 15th, when we will actually then change over and do yet another show, which we'll announce later. But it's getting very exciting in the planning. The beauty of having these kinds of exhibitions is that you're able to, studios are open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. So you're able to wander through the studio, even if people aren't open, and get a real sense of what is the art that is available in the building and what are people working on. I think it's a great opportunity, and it's a lovely show.
Mexico. You finally got the chance to get back to Art Gallery Studios and meet Michael Swain.
I actually met Michael in the flesh. He is, in fact, a real person. I suspected that he might just be a hologram, but I've only seen him on Zoom. But no, we got to visit with Michael, which was wonderful.
And he has a great collection going on right now in Mexico.
He's got a show that's just started. And some really interesting art. It's gotten a lot of notoriety, and TV showed up and did interviews. So he's been really successful. I'm very pleased for him.
Some of his artists that he represented there, we got the chance to see them on show, on a Gay Pride Month show at the Museum of Modern Art.
Modern Art Museum, which was Chapultepec Park.
I'm telling John, I said, I remember these. I've seen them somewhere, somehow. And then, oddly enough, Michael said, yeah, because they were represented and I showed them work over here.
And we spent some really, I think, valuable time as tourists. But when we'd been to Mexico City before, we had been stuck in the exhibition space at the art show and really didn't have time to do much else. So this time we just spent wandering the streets, going to art museums. It was a lovely, lovely trip. We needed a break.
And it was so lovely. So I'm feeling so energized, and I got a lot of ideas of this art, street art, and something that I'm gonna put together very soon.
It's funny because you mentioned when we were there that obviously the place that you live influences your art. And you were saying the colors, the textures, the smells, all feed into what is created out of Mexico. And that's true obviously for everywhere. But the light is great, the color, the excitement,
the people, the food,
the vibe, the pulse of the city.
Oh. And the architecture was
amazing.
Anyway, so this is just a set of few pictures, guys, I put together yesterday. Obviously, we got tons and tons of pictures. You probably have watched our videos that we share on social media day by day, kind of what we've done and what we've seen.
Yeah, it was a very nice trip.
Anyway,
and they're doing so much with art these days.
Yeah.
It's become a real hub for art.
So now we are working on a new vlog about Mexico.
Finally, yes.
It's almost done. And but since if you haven't seen other vlogs, guys, go to our YouTube channel, John Bishop Fine Art, and the Art Life channel actually, and follow us.
Yeah, and we try and do different kind of programming for different things. Art Life is really about Bogdan and my art career. And so it's more about personal, more about our lives, what's going on, and less about, there's no selling going on. There's no promotion of art in that way.
Also, you can, if you don't have the time to watch us, you can switch to your any of your music platforms and listen to our podcast as well.
We do a video podcast as well as an audio podcast available wherever it is you find your podcasts.
Great.
And a blog.
So you want to start talking about your pieces today?
Yeah, it's a little early.
It's not early.
Excellent. So I brought two pieces that are actually from the Urbana show, from that series. This first one is one of four pieces that are the same size. They go well together, but they're not necessarily a piece that you have to put them together. But this one is called Police, and the whole idea here is to explore the sorry, is the visual landscape of a skyline. And so what I tried to do is create these rectangular, very rectilinear spaces that are covered with windows. And I've been working a lot with these little translucent squares that create little views into the layering that goes on. There's so many layers in these paintings that
looks to me like a winter actually scene of New York, whatever.
It could be the ash from the volcano in Mexico. It could be.
I don't see that, but
to me, it's all about the glitter, the movement, the passion, the motion that goes on in a big city. But what I did notice about these is they are from the street up. You don't see people. It's almost kind of an isolating, lonely piece as well. But I think they're jewel-like in the colors. I think they're very, very deep tonal expressions. And I really, really enjoy these four. I've got one here.
Yeah.
It's a good size, 16 by 20. Sorry, it's wrapped because things in the studio get beaten up if they don't. But it's a good size. It's got almost a cartoon, comic book feel to it as well, I think. But
I think it's very happy.
You can see the loads and loads
very urban in a way.
Very urban. I think it would be a nice addition to a collection. Really bold and eye-catching. And so that is Polis, and like I say, there are four in that series, all different, but I do think they're powerful pieces.
It's a 20 by 16. Right?
20 by 16. I have it framed in a black floater frame.
Very nice. And a larger one that is one of, you have two of them like this. They're my favorite.
This one is my favorite of the show, of my stuff. And this one is called Urbe, which also means city. And is that Latin? I'm not sure where I found that.
It could be.
I Googled it.
It could be Romanian too.
Yeah, maybe it is. It probably is Romanian then. Here I've tried to bring in the same idea with the cityscape, but from a different angle, lower, closer, showing the kind of depth of perspective, with the same kind of elements in the sky that tie the whole series together. So I've got kind of my sacred circles, I've got the movement, the layering, there's probably some language. In fact, I know there's some language in there, some written language. Some of that gets covered up because there are layers and layers and layers. It's a really good size.
It's a very 48 by 24?
24, 48 by 24. So it's tall and thin, but I don't have any others like that.
To me, it's
a cool piece.
It's almost like this noir movie, like a Sin City.
Sin City, yeah.
I love it. It's just like the color and the shadows you chose to go with.
And it's funny, I worked a lot with the the art incubator group with Michael Swank in Mexico City. We meet every Thursday evening for kind of an art incubation meeting. And I was able to take all of these pieces through that group and got lots and lots of feedback. And this was the favorite of the group. And so, I mean, there are things that I would have done differently, and they just said, stop. There's a building in the back, a gray building in the back, that I just have kind of penciled in the idea of windows. And I was going to go back and paint them in, and they said, absolutely not, leave it the way it is.
Yeah, I think it's lovely that the fact that you stop adding any more details.
Yeah. Obviously this is abstract. Buildings don't look that way, or shouldn't.
Because when you are down on the street looking up in a certain time of the day, you don't see what's on the background. You just see this building that are gray and dark, and it's just very, very nice done. And the other one too, and probably you should show it in the next episode.
So Frank is saying hello from Vienna. Yay, Frank.
Hello from Houston, Frank.
You must be the middle of the night where you are.
No, it's actually
Yeah, late evening?
early evening.
Early evening. Still time to go out for a drink.
Anyway, so
Oh, I have it here. Do you want
beautiful.
to share it?
Yeah, why don't
Just to
you?
get a sense of the size, because it really is
I mean, it's huge
kind of a hunkin' piece,
Yeah.
a big hunkin' piece.
and a very nice size. This 24.
Yeah. You know, I've got it gallery wrapped, so it doesn't need a frame, but I think everything looks better in a frame. But if you don't want to frame it, you certainly don't need to. And I think it's a very dramatic piece. And I think it speaks to some of the other pieces in the collection.
And it kind of looks like any downtown. You know, it can be New York, it can be Houston, it can be anything.
And it's funny that
LA.
I don't have any other pieces like this. And yet, when I was 19, I think I was around 19, I did a city piece that I think was still in my head when I did this piece.
Fabulous.
Just the one, but and that got destroyed by my parents. They left it out in the garage. They left all my art out. So all those pieces are gone.
But yeah, so this was everything we put together for you. Remember, this Saturday, June 17, we are open here at Silverstein Studios. It's going to be all acrylic and glitter for the Pride Month.
For Pride.
So
it's not an official Pride event, but it is here.
Bring your feathers and let's have
Absolutely.
some fun.
Boas are welcome. Listen, and also we have the reception for our salon show is this Saturday from 5 to 7. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, 5 to 7. And we'd love it if you would come, share some wine with us and see the collection that's up. Otherwise, have a great week. Thank you, guys. Sorry we missed you the last couple of weeks. Glad to be back.
How do you say goodbye in German? Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, babies.